Hello, welcome you to this channel. I wish to share with you my knowledge and expertise in the field of Vedic Vastu, Fengshui and bioenergetics. Today I wish to share some insight and guidelines on how you would like to go identifying a good property if you would like to invest to buy a piece of land or a building or a condominium. What is it one should look for when you're investing in a piece of land or a property? First thing, walk into the piece of land and get the feel. Experience the feel of the land, experience the feel of the property which you wish to invest. That gives you the first insight on what you are getting into for your future. If you're looking at a piece of land, look at the shape of land. Is it a rectangle? Is it a square? Does it have missing corners? Is it L-shaped? Is it a triangle? If the shape of the property is not very regular, it needs to be redressed, which means you need to address the issue by trying to correct the piece of land to ensure the energy flow is harmonious. Next, look at the quality of the soil. Is the soil vibrant? Do you see some flowers or flowering plants when you walk into the property? That gives an indication that the property is very vibrant and has got life. However, if you see a property which is barren, not so vibrant, not so good in terms of vegetation, nothing to worry much about. You need to revive and recharge the piece of land to bring back life. So the skill here is how you're able to adopt and bring back life. That's where the key of correction comes in, adopting either the science of Vedic Vastu or Feng Shui. Also look at the environment. What is it located in and around the piece of property you propose to invest? Does it have an open drain? Is it a bad water? Is it a dirty water which is flowing close to your piece of land? Do you have electric pylons? Do you have structures which are overpowering and which makes your property look dwarf? Do you have a lot of shrubs and trees which is casting a shadow on a piece of land? These are the factors which decide the intrinsic energy of the land you plan to invest. Next, look at the building. Is the building looking vibrant? It could be an old building, yet there is a soul, there's a life, there's a connect. How are you feeling when you walk into the building? Do you feel something nice about it? Or you feel a bit overpowering, which means the energy is dead, you need to recharge the piece of property. Look at the main door. Is the main door well visible when you walk towards the property, or is it tucked away? If it's a main door which is not so prominent and not so visible, which means the energy is not going to flow very smooth into your home, and you need to redress this also. Does the property have a large piece of land or a garden in front of the main door? Well, that is considered very auspicious because we say the energy comes, settles down in the piece of land or the piece of space in front of the main door and rolls into your home. Look at the layout inside. Are the rooms regular shaped? Do you have missing corners? Or do you have shape of rooms which is not a rectangle or a square but slightly odd? It could be a five-sided, it could be a triangle, or it could be a curved room. Such rooms are not very harmonious, which again needs to be corrected, adopting the right approach of Feng Shui or Vastu. Finally, identify the sector or the position of the toilet and the kitchen. The toilet and the kitchen is an intrinsic part of your day-to-day life, and the energies there are quite complex. In other words, if the toilet energy or the kitchen energy is such that the room is located within the center sector of your home, it's considered quite bad in terms of Feng Shui affliction. You could probably try to reposition the toilet or the kitchen if you're permitted to do a renovation. However, if it's an apartment dwelling or a condominium, it becomes quite difficult. So you need to find ways and means to nullify the ill effect of such a position. Well, I'm only sharing the guidelines of do's and don'ts in identifying the property. I'm not sharing with you the corrections because correction depends on various complex parameters in the school of Feng Shui. Primarily, what is known as the sitting direction or the orientation of the property, and the advanced school of metaphysics where we look at the implication of the elements, the clash of elements known as the flying star. This actually calls for a professional guidance or a professional help. However, whatever guidelines I have given you is good enough for you to identify a piece of land and probably conclude whether it's worth investing or whether it's worthwhile to invest and get the correction done, because at times the corrections are not so easy and going to be quite expensive in terms of getting the right feng shui in place. So these are the guidelines. I'll come back to you with more such guidelines in the future days to come. Till then, stay safe. Goodbye.